YouTube. It's Brother Dennis. And today is the day that the Lord has provided for us, so to God be the glory. It's been a rough week for me. I have car trouble, my grandson's in the hospital, 2 months old. You know, the devil, when you try to strive to get closer to God in spirit and live a holy life, the devil comes at you. He ain't just gonna let you have it. So Job went through it. We all go through it. If you walk through life, well, first of all, we're all born into sin. So we're all born to the god of this world, which is the devil. We have to strive to get closer to God. And if you're comfortable going through life with cars and houses and money, then that means the devil already has you in the bag. And your life is basically, who needs God because I have a good life? That's because you're already going to hell and the devil has you in the bag. That's the way I believe it. If you struggle in life, it's the devil trying to keep you away from God. You know, the devil, because you have a higher, we're all born with a purpose in life, but it's for us to seek God, to build a relationship, and then he shows us our purpose in life. And then we fulfill that purpose and we get eternal life. So here we go. I got my pigeons out. That's enough of that for right now, because I know everybody will just tune off. But if you like that kind of stuff, we can talk about it later. So what happened was mistakes. I make mistakes and make mistakes. So what happened was I was cleaning my loft, cleaning the young bird side, and I opened the door. And when I opened the door, one of my youngest young birds shot right out the door. And I know they're trap trained. I know he's been in and out the trap plenty of times. So I just let them all out. I said, you know what, y'all want to fly? Because I was trying to hold them back a little bit to catch some of the younger ones up. But I said, you know what, y'all want to fly? And I think it's him. I think he's the one that, yep, it's him. He's the one that bolted out the door. It's a tough guy's son. Big young bird. Big young bird. But this one right here bolted out the door. And so I just let them all out. Because I got older birds out. I got older birds that'll range out. So actually there's one right there, the red one, he's on the roof. Or the mealies. And that whitehead one, he's an older bird. He just walked over the crown of the roof. So I got 14 young birds, one still on the parent side and one passed. So I'm supposed to have 16, but I have 14, 15. So I had 14 on the young bird side. One didn't leave out. So I had 13 birds out, which is a very unlucky number for me. But if you get that stuff to power, I don't like the number 13. But so I have 13 birds out total. 14 should be in. I put some food up here to like 4 of them trapped in already. Yeah, 4 trapped in. So I think I got 5 in here. So I have 11 out. 4 of them I'm not worried about with the yellow bands, but I don't know if those. Let me see. So I have an orange band, blue band. What are you? So I do have one yellow. So I got 1 yellow band in. So 3 of them I'm not worried about. The 3 Midas birds that are out, I'm not worried about them. They're ranging off. The 3 white bands that are out could be an issue. They're the Texas birds, but those three of those had already been out. But I'm not gonna get my anxiety up about it. They're out. So I'm loft flying my birds. I cleaned my loft today. I got 8 eggs. I'm waiting. My last round is 8 eggs. I got 2 in the nest, 6 still in the incubator. I got 1. So all together, I'm going to end up with, if all them 8 eggs make it, I'll end up with what, 23 young birds to start training with. And hopefully we're only allowed to basket 20. And I was hoping to be around between 25 and 30, figuring, let's say I get to 30, I lose a third of them. So I can start the season with like 20 and then maybe a couple like backups or whatever. I don't know. I'm not holding nothing back for breeding. Like I'm not that guy. So whatever happens, you know what I mean? Like they're out and about, they're getting it in. I haven't done a pigeon video. I normally do one on Sunday. Today is Wednesday the 10th. It's actually one of my son's birthday today, so happy birthday, Dre. He had a son. He had a son born earlier, like last week. So congratulations on that. I know he's been busy. I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet. He's talked to his mother and stuff, but I haven't talked to him personally. So congratulations, Dre. My daughter, she knows who she is. I love her to death. I've been in Maryland the last 4 days with my daughter and her son. Her son is in the hospital, 2 months old, has a bacterial infection, and you know, God confounds the people of this world. He moves in a way that you know it's him, and I know God is moving. You know, I know God is healing that. I know that boy, his life has a purpose. One of his purposes was to heal our family and bring us closer together, and he's doing that. Little Ish is doing that. You know, bringing my family closer together, bringing his father's family closer together, and then bringing both our families closer together. We're all rallying around the little guy and his struggle to live, and it's been a blessing, man. And he's gonna make it. The Lord has him in his hand, right where he wants him. It's God's will, and there's no doubt in my mind that he's gonna make it. So to God be the glory on that. So I just been busy, man, supporting her, my daughter, because that's her baby, but she's my baby. So we've been there supporting her. My wife is still there in Maryland. I had to come back and deal with the animals. My son is here, but I didn't want to leave all that on him. Got a litter of puppies. I got chickens. We got pigeons. I have my cars. I'm dealing with car trouble. I just got a lot going on right now, and I know it's because I'm chasing after God, and the devil is trying to convince me that forget about God, worry about the things of this world. And I'm not doing that. I'm focusing on God, you know. And I know that I didn't want to, this was supposed to be a pigeon video, but when God is on your mind and your heart, sometimes you can't help yourself. And I apologize to all the people that are non-believe, because I'm not one of them guys that, you know, I follow after a God of love, and I don't hate anybody. And if your choice is not to believe in God, that's your choice, and I apologize. I don't want to push my beliefs on anybody. So if you tune on for a pigeon video and you end up getting, you know, church or whatever, I'm sorry. I do apologize for that. I don't apologize for my faith and my spirituality, though. I don't do that. God, the Bible says that if you deny me in front of man, I'll deny you in front of the Father. So I'm not denying God, Jesus. I'm not denying anybody their religion. I'm not defining anybody, because I just believe in God. You know, I actually can't stand religion. Honestly, I think religion is a man-made concept, and that you need to worship God the way you want to worship God. If you want to worship a toaster as your God, that's on you. More power to you. If you believe the toaster is going to save you and give you everlasting life and bless you and all that type of stuff, man, by all means, knock yourself out. You know, I just believe in the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham. I choose to use the Christian faith. You know, the Muslim faith is very similar. The Jewish faith is very similar. But, you know, the Bible says there's only one way through. There's only one way through to God, and that's through Jesus. Now, is he just saying that's the only way for Jews? Is that the only way for Christians? Is that the only way for everybody? Man, that's up to y'all to decide. I'm not. It's up to God to sort it out. Judgment Day, you know, for all I know, if I'm wrong, man, we all end up just worm food. But if I'm right and y'all are wrong, or your non-believers are wrong, then you're gonna end up in hell for the rest of eternity. So, if that's the chance you want to take, more power to you. Now, I'm sorry, I'm blabbling, and I will post this video. But yeah, here's the guy that jumped out, Tough Guy Junior, or Tough Guy Baby. And there's my Adrian P hen right there. Adrian P hen. They're actually on their third round of babies. They got me 2, and then a singleton, and then 2 more right now are in the egg. And all my eggs should hatch by the end of the month. Everybody's laid. I'm not incubating or hatching any other eggs that aren't already laid. I might do one more round out of my because they're on their third round, so I'm not gonna do them again. The Adrian P birds, and I might do my birds from Tough Guys on his third round too. Same thing. 2 babies the first time, 1 baby the second time. I actually got somebody fostering his 1 baby now, and they got 2, so they got 3 actually still in the egg getting ready to hatch. I'm sorry, my mind is scrambled. Curtis, my Curtis birds from Air Champ Loft. I'm gonna do another round for them, and that way I'll either have some late hatches for the end of the season, or I'll have a couple birds for old birds next year. Either way, or I have a couple breeders for next year. I don't know. I'm not breeding nothing that ain't winning and ain't racing. So, because all you know, you might pay $3,000 for a pair of breeders, and then you get a couple birds off of them, and they're 2 idiots, and you base your program off of 2 birds that can't even win nothing. So I'm not doing that. I'm a new loft, so you gotta race and win to get to the breeder side. I'm only taking the top bird. I'm only keeping the top birds, and if I don't have any top birds, then I'll just have to buy some. I just have to do whatever. If I can only buy 1 pair of breeders for next year, that's what I'll do. But now that I know how to breed and know how to turn the lights on and do all that, I'm gonna start breeding like around when everybody else does, like beginning of December or end of December. So them babies will get them bands on right around Christmas or whenever the band. I know what I'm doing now, kinda. Kinda. That's weird, but most of my birds are up here. I see the yellow bands, and that's why that's important, because those are the strongest birds. So that means they're not out ranging, because my concern was that the older, stronger birds would take the younger birds out in deep water and drown them. So that was my concern. But I see a yellow band. I see at least 2 of my yellow bands up there. One is in the loft. So, and I seen is that the red? Yeah, so the one I don't see at the moment is a blue bar. So there's a blue bar, because there's the piebald and there's the red check. Oh yeah, there's the blue bar. You have white flights. Yep. So all my Midas birds are on the loft, are here. So there's a different bird there. I got some pretty birds, y'all. I got some pretty birds. Is he a yellow band too? I think he just flew down from the roof. I think he's a yellow band. He's a yellow band, white head. That's the troublemaker, Mr. Tough Guy's son right there. I'm assuming he's a son. Yeah, so I loft flying my birds today. I cleaned up the loft. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a loft cleaner. Once a week I gotta clean my loft. At least the floors, the perches, and all that, and then I'll clean the breeder boxes out as I go. But I clean the floors and stuff. And the birds look healthy. They might look too fat. I think a couple of them are too fat. Maybe I'm overfeeding. A couple of people commented that I'm overfeeding, so I want to cut back on my feed. Now I've been feeding them like 2 tablespoons a piece, trying to, and I had a couple that weren't weaned properly, and they were really thin, so I've been feeding a little extra. I wanted to make sure they got food. But yeah, this is where I'm at. Video's 13 minutes. I apologize, but this is where I'm at, flying young birds today, and just dealing with life as it comes. I want to back up a little bit so they'll go in. I got food in there. They know. Come on. They know to eat. They know to go in. They're old heads. Tell them more anyway. I just hope the older ones lead the younger ones though. So I'll back up a little bit. Yeah, my yellow bands, I'm not worried about them trapping. There you go. Get your wings. That's a yellow band. The Texas birds and the ones I bred myself, this is like their only 2nd or 3rd time out, so it's still a little hit and miss with them. So far I haven't lost any birds in training or loft flying, so all I've been doing is loft flying. There's one of my birds right there ranging. I do have a bird ranging. I just seen him fly overhead. So I do have one ranging. I just don't want the younger birds to try to range out with them right now, because I know they're not strong enough. But my youngest birds, the ones I just literally moved 3 really young birds over to the breeder, the young bird loft. 3 young birds, the Tough Guy birds, and a Mr. 500 baby, and actually 4. I moved over the tough guy baby. I moved over Curtis. I'm sorry, Curtis. I keep forgetting, but I moved over 2 birds that came from Curtis's pairs, breeders. So I bought 8, and I got how much? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting what I said. I should have 16. 1 died, 1 still in the nest, so I have 14. 1 didn't fly, so 13. So I should have 14 birds back in the box when this is all over, said and done. 15th bird is still on the breeder side, and 1 pat. Yeah, so I'm at 15 young birds, 14 actually on that one side. Then I got 8 more, so that puts me at 23. Yep. So I do have 1 ranging. I'll try to get a picture of him. There he goes, right there. He's by that tree. There he goes. That's him ranging. That's my pigeon right there, ranging around that big tree. There he is, ranging. He's flying around that tree. He's just ranging around. I guess that's what they call ranging, but he's mapping. He's over there. Hopefully he once they're at this point to where they come back and they're just standing on top of the loft and hanging out and trying to figure out how to get back in, I'm comfortable. Unless something startles them, like a hawk or something, but I haven't had that luck yet, that bad luck. And I'm worried about wild pigeons. There's a lot of wild pigeons. He landed in that big tree up there. So he landed in the big tree. There he goes, right there, ranging around. Landed in the big, there he is. He's up top, there he goes. There it is, there he is. So he's around. So worried about wild pigeons trying to influence my young birds and take them back to their loft or their nest sites or whatever. But video's getting long, y'all. Just pray for me and my family, and I'm praying for everybody who watches these videos. Like, share, and subscribe if you want to support me on my, you know, my rise, my resurrection, so to speak. You know, I was defeated almost in 2019. In 2020, I was on the mat like Ryan Garcia, but I got up. I'm fighting obesity, I'm fighting mental illness, I'm fighting PTSD, fighting disability, physical issues. I'm fighting through spirituality. Is strengthening me, giving me the strength to fight. So if you like the under guy, or you like the guy, if you want to support the channel, just it's free to support. Your support's free. Just subscribe and like and share, or do whatever, comment, whatever you got to do. You know, I seen guys putting their Cash App up, and I seen guys doing super chats and all this, asking for money and donations and all that. The only thing I'm gonna ask for is 10 acres of land. If you want to donate that to me, I will take it, and maybe a car right now, because I need a transfer case of my Yukon. So if anybody wants to ride to North Carolina, put one in for me, I appreciate it. You're beautiful. Look at that. You're beautiful. Those are Midas birds. Midas. Sylvia, if you're watching, those 2 are your birds. White flight. All 3 of those are your birds. Your 4th one is in the loft. Yeah, I like these birds. I love these Midas loft birds, man. I really do. I love all my birds, but like that red check, you see how he's starting to get like the outline of some of his feathers are red, and he has like the hawk look to him. I don't want to get too close to him. See, now the other ones are coming down. That's a Texas bird that just flew down. But if you could see him, I'll do a close-up on him. That's as close as I can get. But he looks almost like an eagle. His feathering is really beautiful. The penciling, I guess you would call it, is beautiful. That white flight bird is beautiful. I must be wrong. All of Silvio's. Oh yeah, that's the white-head one. Yeah, one of yours is locked up. And then I got that's a Texas bird, that red mealy, whatever you call it. Him on the loft and him on the porch there. Both of them are Texas birds. And then that's a bird I bred right there from Mike, Rocky Ridge blood, right there. And that's a Texas bird, big bird, beautiful bird. So, all right, we're at 20 minutes, y'all. Look, I love everybody. God bless y'all. Walk in love, not hate, man. It's easier to love than hate. It takes too much energy to hate, man. And God bless.